Welcome to Founders of Freedom, an extraordinary video series that embarks on a captivating journey through the lives and legacies of the 20 most influential founding fathers of the United States. Imagine stepping back in time, walking in the footsteps of legends like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and James Madison, men who didn't just witness history, they wrote it. This series is more than a retelling of history. It's a journey of discovery. Discover how these visionary leaders, with their diverse backgrounds, personalities, and beliefs, came together to build a nation founded on principles of freedom, justice, and democracy. Through expert commentary, stunning visuals, and immersive storytelling, Founders of Freedom brings to life the struggles, triumphs, and enduring impact of these remarkable individuals. Join us on this enlightening and inspiring journey. This is Founders of Freedom, where history is not just learned but lived. Get ready to witness the birth of a nation and the men who dared to dream it into existence. Today we talk about Charles Carroll III of Carrollton, Maryland.
Let's step back into the past and uncover the story of a man whose life is a testament to the rich tapestry of America's founding era. Charles Carroll of Carrollton, a name not as widely recognized as some of his peers, but a figure whose impact is deeply woven into the fabric of American history. Known as the wealthiest among the Founding Fathers, Carroll's life story is a fascinating blend of wealth, conviction, and defiance. As we explore his early years, we'll discover how his unique background set the stage for his pivotal role in America's fight for freedom and democracy. Picture a young Charles Carroll growing up in 18th-century Maryland. This was an era when being Catholic meant facing a barrage of legal and social restrictions. In Carroll's world, Catholics were often viewed with suspicion and were barred from political participation. This environment of religious discrimination wasn't just a backdrop. It shaped Carroll deeply. It fostered in him a resolve against injustice and a keen understanding of what it means to be marginalized. These experiences planted the seeds for his later advocacy for religious freedom and tolerance. Carroll's upbringing, marked by his struggle for acceptance in a Protestant-dominated society, was a crucible that forged his character and beliefs. Unable to pursue higher education in his homeland due to religious discrimination, Carroll's educational journey led him to Europe. This was no ordinary study abroad. It was a plunge into the epicenter of the Enlightenment. At prestigious institutions like the Jesuit College of St. Omer, and later in London, Carroll was immersed in a world buzzing with revolutionary ideas. Here he encountered the works of Enlightenment thinkers, absorbing ideas about individual liberty, democratic governance, and the rights of man. These concepts deeply resonated with Carroll, particularly against the backdrop of his own experiences with religious intolerance. This European education was more than academic. It was an intellectual awakening that profoundly shaped Carroll's worldview and equipped him with ideas that would later fuel his drive for independence in America. Returning to Maryland in the 1760s, Carroll stepped into a colonial America increasingly agitated by British rule. Yet Carroll's initial approach to the growing unrest was one of cautious diplomacy. He advocated for peaceful economic resistance to British policies. This wasn't passivity, it was strategic. Carroll believed in the power of economic leverage and reasoned argument. He was a man of the Enlightenment, after all, confident in the power of reason and dialogue to effect change. However, as tensions escalated, Carroll's strategies evolved. His early political involvement in Maryland, marked by a blend of intellectual rigor and a pragmatic approach to resistance, laid the groundwork for his later, more radical involvement in America's quest for independence. Guys, let's delve deeper into Charles Carroll's intriguing use of the pseudonym First Citizen. Picture this. It's the 1770s, and the American colonies are a hotbed of political debate. In this environment, Carroll, under the guise of First Citizen, engages in a battle of words with untold, a loyalist writer. These weren't just idle newspaper columns. They were a battleground of ideas and ideologies. Carroll, through his sharp, persuasive writing, laid bare the injustices of British policies, rallying the colonists' sentiment toward revolution. His arguments, rich in logic and passion, were instrumental in shaping public opinion. This period of pseudonymous writing was a testament to Carroll's intellect, and his ability to sway minds in the fight for American rights. Next up, let's explore Carroll's pivotal role in Maryland's Committee of Correspondence. This wasn't just another committee. It was the Revolutionary era's equivalent of a viral social network. Through letters, meetings, and dispatches, this committee was the backbone of revolutionary communication. And in this network, Carroll was a key player. He didn't just pass along messages. He was a crucial link in the strategy and in uniting the colonies against British oppression. His work in the committee highlighted his leadership qualities and his dedication to the cause of independence. Carroll's involvement was a clear signal of his growing commitment to breaking away from British rule and forming a new, independent nation. As we trace Carroll's journey, we witness a significant transformation. Initially, Carroll hoped for a peaceful resolution with Britain. But as the colonial situation deteriorated, he realized that independence was the only solution. This wasn't a rash decision, it was a gradual yet firm shift, driven by the realization that British policies were irreconcilable with the colony's quest for rights and self-governance. Carroll's move toward supporting independence was emblematic of the larger shift in colonial sentiment, a move from peaceful protest to active revolution. This evolution in his political stance marked Carroll as a decisive and influential figure in the American Revolution. Finally, let's not overlook the profound impact of Carroll's Catholic faith on his political evolution. In an era where religious prejudices were rampant, Carroll's Catholicism was both a challenge and a strength. His faith imbued him with a deep understanding of the values of freedom and tolerance, principles that he ardently believed should extend to all realms of society, including religion. Carroll's stance as a Catholic patriot challenged the prevailing notions of the time and showcased the inclusive spirit at the heart of the revolutionary cause. His unique perspective as a Catholic in the predominantly Protestant movement for independence enriched the diversity and depth of the Founding Fathers' quest to build a nation founded on the principles of liberty and justice.
Hey there, viewers! We hope you're enjoying your journey through Founders of Freedom. Before you dive back into the fascinating world of our Founding Fathers, we have a quick reminder for you. If you're loving what you see, don't forget to hit that like button below. It really helps us out, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Your support means the world to us. Got thoughts or insights on today's episode? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Share your views and opinions, but remember, let's keep the conversation respectful and constructive. After all, we're all here to learn and enjoy, and don't go anywhere just yet. Stay tuned until the end for some fascinating insights and a few surprises that you won't want to miss. Thanks for being part of our Founders of Freedom community. Now, let's jump back into history.
Let's delve deeper into the significance of Charles Carroll being the only Catholic signer of the Declaration of Independence. This act was more than just a personal milestone. It was a groundbreaking moment in American religious history. At a time when Catholics in the colonies faced severe restrictions and prejudice, Carroll's signing symbolized a defiance of these barriers. It was a powerful statement on religious liberty and equality, core values that would come to define the American ethos. Carroll's inclusion among the signatories was a testament to the emerging nation's commitment to religious diversity and freedom, a principle that was radical for its time and profoundly influential in shaping the future of the United States. Carroll's contributions to the American independence movement were significant and multifaceted. Beyond just being a vocal advocate for independence, he played a critical role in securing crucial foreign support. His successful diplomatic mission to Canada, aimed at gaining Canadian support for the Revolution, though ultimately unsuccessful, highlighted his dedication and diplomatic skill. Moreover, Carroll's efforts in securing French aid were vital. His ability to leverage his wealth, connections, and understanding of European politics helped forge essential alliances. These efforts were pivotal in turning the tide of the Revolution, showcasing Carroll as not just a thinker and writer but also a doer in the fight for American independence. Examining the impact of Carroll's wealth and influence on his revolutionary role offers fascinating insights. Unlike many revolutionaries who faced financial ruin for their cause, Carroll's substantial wealth provided a cushion and enabled him to take risks that others couldn't. This financial stability, however, did not diminish his commitment. Carroll understood that supporting the revolution could mean losing everything he had. His willingness to put his vast estate on the line was a bold statement of his commitment to the American cause. It's a narrative that challenges the stereotype of wealthy individuals being detached from the struggles of their country. Carroll's wealth was both a tool and a testament to his dedication to the cause of American freedom. Exploring Carroll's personal thoughts on the Declaration and the emerging nation reveals a complex and thoughtful patriot. His writings and letters during this time reflect a deep contemplation of what independence meant. Carroll saw the Declaration not just as a severance from British rule, but as the birth of a new vision of governance rooted in liberty, justice, and the pursuit of happiness. He was acutely aware of the challenges and uncertainties that lay ahead for the new nation, but remained steadfast in his belief in the ideals of the Revolution. Carroll's reflections present a portrait of a man who was not only a revolutionary in action, but also in thought, deeply invested in the principles and potential of the America he helped to create. Imagine witnessing the dawn and early years of a nation you helped to create. Charles Carroll did just that. Born before the United States was even a concept, Carroll lived to see it evolve from a bold idea into a young, thriving nation. His life spanned from 1737 to 1832, making him not only the last surviving signer of the Declaration of Independence, but also a unique witness to the nation's critical formative years. This extraordinary longevity gave Carroll a unique perspective, seeing the American Revolution's ideals gradually shape into a functioning democracy. He observed the early challenges and triumphs of the young nation, providing him with insights into both the fragility and resilience of the American experiment. Diving into Charles Carroll's views on slavery and emancipation reveals the nuanced and often conflicting ideologies of his time. Carroll, like many of his contemporaries, was a slave owner, a fact that reflects the societal norms of 18th century America. However, his stance on slavery was not static. Carroll advocated for gradual emancipation, a position that highlighted his progressive tendencies within a conservative social order. This stance on slavery, though not radical abolitionism, represented a significant step in the evolving discourse on human rights and freedom in America. Carroll's position on this critical issue underscores the complexities inherent in the historical narrative of America's founding fathers and their grappling with the institution of slavery. The legacy of Charles Carroll extends across the broad spectrum of American society. In politics, he emerged as a vital proponent of independence and a key architect of the early republic. His efforts in diplomacy, particularly in garnering French support during the Revolution, were instrumental in the nation's struggle for independence. Beyond politics, Carroll's views on social issues like slavery and emancipation contributed to the early discourse on civil rights and social justice in America. His life's work and beliefs underscore the varied contributions of the Founding Fathers, reflecting the multifaceted efforts that went into shaping the United States. As we conclude our exploration into Charles Carroll's life, we are reminded of the rich and diverse narratives that make up America's founding story. Carroll's journey from a wealthy Maryland plantation owner to a revolutionary and a statesman exemplifies the complex interplay of personal beliefs, societal norms, and political ideologies that defined the era. His story encourages us to delve deeper into understanding the multifaceted nature of the Founding Fathers, recognizing that each played a distinct role in shaping the American nation. The legacy of Charles Carroll stands as a testament to the enduring impact of these individuals, urging us to appreciate the depth and breadth of their contributions to the formation and growth of the United States.
As we bring this episode of Founders of Freedom to a close, we want to thank you for joining us on this extraordinary journey through American history. But our journey doesn't end here. Keep an eye out for the rest of this compelling series, where we'll continue to explore the lives, challenges, and triumphs of the remarkable individuals who shaped the United States. You won't want to miss what we have in store. From the battlefields of the Revolutionary War to the halls of the Constitutional Convention, we'll delve deeper into the stories that forged a nation. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode. Join us as we continue to uncover the legacy of America's Founding Fathers. Thank you for watching Founders of Freedom. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep the spirit of freedom alive.